Okay. Um, I've pretty much cooked all the lines left in Tate and Liza split. There's I'm probably gonna take a look at Tate and Liza again, see if I can maybe figure something out, but it's looking like I'm not gonna be able to do the heist. I just, like, I only have one heart scale left. Yes, I have 5 rare candies, but, like, I don't know. I don't know. I can either, I can either scale Greninja speed so that I can actually 1v1 the Metagross, or I can scale roleplay on Kecleon so that I can steal the leftovers. I can't do both. Um, I could maybe figure out a line where I sack a couple things to the Metagross, and then get something in like a Turtonator or something, and overheat the Metagross, but I don't know. I'd have to take a look. I might have to get an Intim off on the Metagross, and I might still be risking Meteor Mash attack raise, and then once Metagross has gotten an attack raise, I kind of just lose. um, right now as it stands, the line I have for Tate and Liza is a 1.8% risk of losing the run. Essentially, the chance that I don't crit Dark Pulse, if I scale speed on Greninja, the chance that I don't crit Dark Pulse and hit the range, the chance that I don't flinch, the chance that Metagross clicks EQ over Meteor Mash because there's a couple overlapping rules, and the chance that Metagross crits EQ and hits it's like 50% of crit rolls with EQ kill. But anyways, that's for later. That is a problem for later me. Right now, I'm going to. We have a line for Kathleen and Nicholas that doesn't require any sort of resource investment or anything. It's actually pretty nice. It's pretty good, I think. So we lead Hydreigon Sceptile. I think I'm gonna go slot 2 on Sceptile and slot 1 on Hydreigon. So essentially, we detect, we Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere crit never kills the Excadrill, which is nice. But 2 Aura Spheres always kill the Excadrill. So Aura Sphere detect, it's only ever Iron Head and Acrobatics. Actually, let me double check if my Sceptile is actually level 70, because that would screw things up. Okay, nice, he is. So that works. It's detect Aura Sphere X2. On the second Aura Sphere, we switch Sceptile to Sticky Barb Magnezone. Yes, we are doing the Sticky Barb strat. This means that Magnezone is going to be in slot 2 as the Excadrill goes down. This baits in Medicham. Either way, it would have baited in Medicham because it's slow kill on the Hydreigon slot. But I'm just gonna go with this. The slots don't really matter. It always gets Togekiss in later on. But yeah, so Medicham sees CC fast kill into Magnezone over the slow kill on Hydreigon. And the Crobat doesn't see a kill on anything with Acro. It thinks, oh, Hydreigon is faster than the Medicham. I need to Tailwind. And so the Crobat clicks Tailwinds. The Medicham clicks Close Combat into the Magnezone slot as we switch Magnezone to Gourgeist, who gets to come in for free. Gourgeist needs to be Citrus and level 84. It's important that we go to 84, not 85, because at level 84, we have an even HP, which means if the Crobat ever clicks Super Fang on Gourgeist, because we're prepping for the next turn where the Crobat can do whatever it wants. If I go to 85, you see Gourgeist has an odd HP, and so Super Fang is gonna bring me to like 51% because the damage gets rounded down, and so I don't actually get my Citrus Berry. But with this, I always get my Citrus Berry if I'm level 84 rather than 85. We come in on the CC for free. Crobat clicks Tailwinds. Tailwind goes up, it's turn 1 on Tailwinds. Shadow Sneak always kills. I forgot to mention. Hydreigon is clicking Draco Meteor on the Medicham. Medicham goes minus... No, you don't go minus defenses. Well, good thing I'm clicking Draco Meteor. Because I forgot that was a thing. Anyways. Yeah, so we Draco Meteor the Medicham, Shadow Sneak the Medicham, and we U-turn with Hydreigon. We're no item on Hydreigon, which means we're actually going to be taking back the Sticky Barb here. We need... Because it doesn't matter that the Crobat has a Sticky Barb once we've set up the last section. So it kind of matters for you, doesn't it? No, that's good. It's good that you see Acrobatics over Super Fang on Gourgeist. If you have a Sticky Barb, you see Super Fang, right? So this is either Screech or Super Fang into whatever. As we take the Sticky Barb, but then once we take the Sticky Barb back, because we do want to have the Sticky Barb, it's good that you see Acro as highest damage, because that's less damage in Super Fang on Caracosta and Hamilton, who are the last Pokemon that we're bringing. Hamilton is Zoom Lens. We're going to U-turn with Hydreigon to Hamilton, and then so that we have Hamilton and Gourgeist in as the Cinderace comes out. The Cinderace always sees kill with Powerball. The reason why we're Citrus Berry 84 is in case it clicks Super Fang on Gourgeist. We want to make sure that you only see Powerball or Sucker Punch, you never see any of your other moves. That even if the Crobat clicks Screech, it's only ever those two moves. Because if you click Iron Head, Head Smash isn't gonna kill. If you click Sucker Punch, we're fine because as a Dark type, Head Smash into E-Speed always kills the Cinderace. But yeah, like I said, obviously no item Acro is much less damage than Super Fang on Caracosta, so that's why we're doing Caracosta. And I think we're gonna go 85. No, well, no, we're just gonna stick with 82. But yeah, we Head Smash the Cinderace. Crobat does whatever. This is also why we slow U-turn with Hydreigon, because that way if the Crobat targets the Hydreigon slot, Hamilton still gets to come in for free because Crobat goes first. Which is really good because if we took a Super Fang, there is a chance that the Cinderace sees kill into Arcanine, which is really bad. But this way it's always targeting the Gourgeist slot. We switch Gourgeist to Costa, we kill the Cinderace, and then it's a 2v1. Hamilton goes crazy, and we have a couple other things to help us out. So let's do it. So we need Hydreigon slot 1, Sceptile slot 2. And then we need Magnezone, who's probably already in my party, yeah. Gourgeist. At level 84. Hamilton and Caracosta. Let me first do the levels. I don't need to teach any moves, I think. Because it's Aura Sphere, Draco Meteor, Shadow Sneak, U-turn, and then Head Smash, whatever. Magnezone. I might do Electroweb on Magnezone. I think I'm gonna do Electroweb over Shockwave. This is kind of like an extra little thing. But you're no item. You are no item. Okay, this is Candy. You need to be 84. I think that's the only leveling I need to do. No item, no item. Sticky Barb. Citrus Berry. Zoom Lens. And you... Did I decide what item for Caracosta? Rust. Yeah, in case the Pyro Ball burns. Well, no, I'm gonna go Citrus, in case it's Super Fang on you. Burn doesn't really matter because you're not doing damage, it's Hamilton that's doing damage. Okay, and then let me teach Electroweb. And we're gonna do it. Is this it? I think so. Kathleen and Nicholas. Slots don't really matter, but that is the correct whatever. So we're going to Aurasphere, Excadrill, and Detect with Sceptile. Should be double target with Ironhead and Acro into Sceptile. Crit never kills the Excadrill, but this is always a 2-hit KO. Aurasphere again, switch Sceptile to Sticky Barb Magnezone. We take very little, you get the Sticky Barb. Crag or Hydreigon. Now this is always Medicham. Yeah, Crobat takes a bit of chip. Medicham sees Fast Kill into Magnezone. So Medicham is going for the Fast Kill Magnezone. We're free to Draco Meteor the Medicham, and we're going to switch to Gourgeist on Close Combat. Crobat is clicking Tailwinds, Medicham is clicking CC into our Ghost type. And will not get its stats dropped, but it has a Focus Sash. Draco Meteor crit never kills a Medicham. There's a Tailwind. This is turn 1 of Tailwinds. Close Combat. Whiffs. Draco Meteor chunks the Medicham. Crobat takes Sticky Barb. So now we U-turn the Crobat to get the Sticky Barb back, and we're going to Shadow Sneak the Medicham. This turn is really important. Ideally, Crobat just clicks Screech into Hydreigon. Or, yeah, Screech into Hydreigon is like best case scenario. Super Fang into Hydreigon is also good. We just want to see the Crobat hit the Hydreigon slot. Super Fang into Gourgeist is fine. Screech into Gourgeist is fine. But yeah, prefer to see targeting Hydreigon here. So the Medicham goes down, frag for Gourgeist. Okay, perfect. That's really good. That's really, really good. That makes a lot of stuff a lot easier. There we go. We get the Sticky Bar back. We switch to Hamilton. Now this is only ever Power Ball from Cinderace, so the Cinderace is just gonna die to Head Smash. And we don't have to E-Speed or anything. So we Head Smash the Cinderace, and this is Power Ball, and the Crobat again can do kind of whatever it wants. It doesn't really make a difference. We switch Gourgeist to Caracosta. Ideally, it's just like acrobatics into the Caracosta slot. Okay, that's fine. Powerball is going to do nothing. Okay, crit. Cinderace down. And we've cleared all of that slot. It's just the Crobat left. Let's see, you're -2 defense. Am I ever... I might be dead to crit aggro. Yeah, I am. Am I dead to... Yeah. We switch to Magnezone here. I think it's Head Smash. Switch you to Magnezone. Perfect. Great. Amazing. This should be Togekiss in. Frag for Hamilton again. Tailwind is down. Yeah, there's a Togekiss. Am I scared of Heat Wave crit on Magnezone? I think I am. Yeah, so we're gonna switch Magnezone to Caracosta and Head Smash the Togekiss. I could go Hydreigon here. I don't think I do though. I think it's Caracosta because Caracosta is gonna get Psychic Fast Kill from the Jinx, and then I can just go Hydreigon then. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. So, switch you to Caracosta. Air Slash into Hamilton is fine as long as it doesn't flinch. We'd like to see Heat Wave. Nice. Like, they take next to nothing. And we get our Citrus Berry, but I think we're still baiting Psychic. I can double check that. Another frag for Hamilton. $150 HP. Yeah, it's always Fast Kill Psychic into Caracosta slot. So this doesn't even fake out. So Hamilton... we're just gonna click Head Smash. Because why not? And then we switch to... I mean, really, anyone. But let's go, Hydreigon. I'm not gonna click X. I'm gonna Flare Blitz. For the burn chance. There was some weird stuff that could happen, like if we didn't always whatever, but it worked out. Burn? Dang. E-speed kills. And you can just Draco Meteor, I guess. Okay, that's another one of the hardest fights in the game. Down. All we have left is Clifford and Macy, which are a lot more free. Yeah, so let me switch over to Calc and I'll explain Clifford and Macy. It's really just like a 2-mon line. 2-3-mon line. So we're leading Primarina. And Staraptor. I don't think Prim needs an item. Yeah. Prim slot 1, Raptor slot 2. Raptor needs a Sharp Beak. Because Raptor is going to bait in Tauros rather than Golduck. There is some fiction with Cross Chop high crit. Because we're going to switch Prim to Memo. Soft Sand Memo. We couldn't lead with Memo because of this. We need this to always detect. But Prim doesn't show anything, so this is always detect. It's like plus 14 or something. I'm gonna take whatever. I was gonna check. Okay, you're only ever taking 1 damage. Let me double check that. So Ice Shard is 46. 291 minus 46 is 245. And that's 245 divided by 3 is 81. 242 minus 81 is 161 minus 1 is 160. I need to make sure you never see a kill. Perfect, okay. And if Ice Shard does more damage, we're taking less recoil, which means we're a higher HP. But yeah. Anyways, we switch Prim to Memo and Tailwind. It's turn 1 of Tailwind. Turn 2, as you boom, you detect. This brings out Tauros, because Raptor... we fast out damage both, so it's just Tauros in. We get Intimed. Raptor gets Intimed, Memo does not because we're Oblivious. The Oblivious Memo is actually making a difference. But anyways, so we go -1. Ice Shard plus Brave Bird always kills this. You never protect again, right? +6. I mean, there's a chance, but I think pretty much everyone risks it. No, because it's Ice Shard and Brave Bird. Wait, no, you never protect because you see slow kill on Mammo. Yeah. Okay, nice. So it's Ice Shard, Brave Bird kills. It's based off the Mammo slot. So we actually show fast kill to everything, so it's just Greninja in. It's Greninja Tauros. Tauros fails roleplay because we go first. He clicks roleplay because he thinks he wants huge power and it doesn't actually make a difference. We click CC and EQ to KO the Greninja. It's 172 plus 129. Always kills the Greninja. Crit, it's spread bug because you are in the second slot, the one on the left. So it does spread bug, but crit never kills the Tauros here. There's a chance that if Raptor crits the CC, EQ doesn't get spread bug. I think that's how it works. And then EQ doesn't always kill the Tauros the second turn, but we plan for that. Anyways, after the CC drop and the whatever, this is always Accelerock into the Raptor slot. Accelerock goes first. We switch Raptor to Golisopod. Golisopod always gets exited by Accelerock at level 81. So it gives us a free exit to Dragonite, who we're gonna teach Thunder Punch. And then you die to EQ. You take no damage from EQ because you're a flying type. Tauros likely dies to EQ. If not, Tailwind goes down, but we can E-Speed to KO the Tauros. And then get Sneasler in. If you die, it's just Golduck left. And it's Cross Chop into the Mammo slot as we switch to Sneasler. Or it's Zen Headbutt into Dragonite. Dragonite can't flinch because we're inner focused. And so we always get off our Thunder Punch. We do the fake out stuff, and then, yeah. You do have Aqua Jet, don't you? We never died a double Absol Crit. Okay. Cool. So we're leading Prim. We're doing Prim because Prim is level 85, so we don't get excess experience on something that doesn't need the extra experience, because we don't want things to level up for no reason. There's Mammo, Golisopod, Dragonite. Like Golisopod, Dragonite, I guess, and we can't. I don't think we can lead Sneasler because, well, we could. We could lead Sneasler, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna stick to the line. There you are. So let me, first of all, no one needs levels, you don't need an item, you need Sharp Beak. You need Soft Sand. You don't need an item, I'm not going to. You don't need an item, you don't need an item. We just need to teach Thunder Punch to Dragonites. Okay, the last double battle in Tate and Liza's gym. Let's do it. Let me double check. No item. You have Tailwind, and Brave Bird, and Sharpbeak. Soft Sand, Ice Shard, EQ. No item. Thunder Punch. Yeah, okay, we're good. I get paranoid that I forget things. The slots are correct. I think it's actually kind of important that the slots are correct. If not, I'll reload it. Because it should be Raptor slot 2, Frame slot 1, slot 2 face. Yeah. Okay, slots are correct. Okay, switch you to Mammal and Tailwind. Should be Detect and Misty Explosion. I'm gonna count this as a Raptor frag. Okay, because it's Staraptor and Tailwind, this is Tauros. We get Intimed on Staraptor, but not Mamoswine. We accounted for the Intim. So we click Ice Shard into Passimian and Brave Bird. Brave Bird into Passimian. This always kills. The Tauros is gonna fail roleplay. Ice Shard to break the sash and make it so that we take less recoil from Brave Bird, and then Brave Bird to KO. So another frag for Raptor. This brings out Greninja. Tauros fails roleplay. Okay, I think we min-rolled Ice Shard. That's fine. Again, the Tauros sees no kills, so it's just gonna click roleplay because it wants Protean. So now we click Earthquake. Raptor will not get hit by the EQ, and we click Close Combat. Combination of EQ plus Close Combat always kills a Greninja. Greninja doesn't have prior moves. Whatever. Ideally, this Close Combat doesn't crit. Nice. Okay. That defense and special defense drop is important. And then this should be spread damage bug. Perfect. So frag for Mammo. And now I didn't think about it. I guess the Tauros sees kill into Raptor now, but it doesn't matter because EQ just kills. I think that the risk was if we crit that close combat, then Dragonite would take a return, I guess. And if EQ didn't kill the Tauros, Dragonite would take a return, but it's like not an issue. And this Lycanroc is going for Accelerock on Raptor over Mamoswine because Accelerock, when you're dead, is only ever plus 11, but this Prio move, when a Prio move kills, it's treated as a fast kill, so it gets plus 12 score, so it's always Accelerock into Raptor. We're gonna switch to Golisopod on the Accelerock. Which is gonna exit us out. And we switch to Dragonite so that we take no damage from EQ. And this EQ clears the field because, again, spread bug. There we go. Another 2 frags from Mammo. And now all that's left is the gold deck. Mammo is dead to cross-talk crit. Okay, Golisopod is 82. Let me put that in the calc. Anyways, Mamo's dead's crossed up for it, so we gotta get him out of there. Dragonite is never dead, so we're just gonna Thunder Punch the Golduck. Okay, went for Zenheb and Dragonite, right? If that was into Sneasler, man. Oh my gosh. But I know my stuff. I know how it works. Okay, we're just gonna fake out Draco Meteor. Okay, Frag for Dragonite, and that is all of the fights in Tate and Liza gym done. All the trainers, now it's just Tate and Liza. Am I trapped? Why am I trapped? That's just gonna... But I can go back, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's take a look. So, my original plan is to lead Sneasler. Because Life Orb Sneasler is able to knock off, chip you down to 1, so that you always boom into Gourgeist, wherever Gourgeist is, there you are. So you always boom into Gourgeist. Gourgeist gets out you. For Night Days, the plan was actually to go to Sneasler here, so that because we need some chip for later on in the fight, because Sneasler is kind of the only thing that does the Tapu Lele. We fast kill with Poison Jab. It's kind of the only thing that beats this. Well, hold on. Because if I lead Lopunny, go Mega, oh, U-turn's gonna do like nothing. Never mind. And then Greninja couldn't do it. Right, because you're Psychic Fairy. I can't fake out because Psychic Terrain. I can never get you back in. Unless it's a Moonblast on base form Lopunny. But if I'm base form, I can't U-turn. Yeah. No, it's always Sneasler. Sneasler is like my only answer to this. Just Life Orb Poison Jab. The issue with 2 Life Orbs, I don't bait in Latias. I instead bait in the Metagross for slow kill. And it's Zenheba, it's random move. And random move Metagross is really bad. Of course the Hoopa is doable. But we're faster again, so it's just Metagross, and then we wipe. So I need chip on Sneasler, which is why we go Sneasler on the Night Days. This also burns the Dark Gem. It's still Night Days, which means we can still go Hydreigon and get Aura Sphere. And then the plan was to do Aura Sphere into Primarina, and then get Sludge Bomb into Lopunny. and then fake out U-turn kills this because it's. Wait. No, I have to go Hydreigon. I have to go Hydreigon in the night days. Yeah, because it's the future side, right? Because future sight is a knockoff. It's 2 turns afterwards, so the first turn, because it's you use future sight, pivot to you, boom, and then pivot to you have to pivot to a dark type, and then because that's when the thing goes off. So it'd have to be Hydreigon in on night days anyways. How do I... What was the plan for getting the chip then? Because I think I forgot about the future sight when I was planning. It's always Aurasphere here. Does Aurasphere get enough chip? I could just do Aurasphere, Night Days into Prim, and then Sludge Bomb into Lopunny, and then we're fine. What else is Lopunny doing? Lopunny's only doing this. I could do Golisopod in on Aurasphere. That way Prim doesn't have to take a hit. No, but I still... No, that doesn't work, right? Because I still need Sneasler to take damage. I still need Sneasler to take a hit. So... Because it's... Night Days into Hydreigon. As Future Sight goes off, Aurasphere into you, Night Days into Prim, and Sludge Bomb, yeah. Also killing this with U-turn is nice. And last Mon Greninja. Because if I kill this with U-turn, I can go to Hydreigon. Gets always Latios. That way, this thing is always Draco, and then we stall it out with Hydreigon and Prim until it's out of Dracos, and then we just Dark Pulse twice to kill. And I just the Metagross is too much. The Metagross is too much. I can't steal the leftovers. I don't think I can. Like, this is the cap set I'm looking at, man. I have to risk crit on Greninja. Alternatively, I could have Turtonator. I am killing you with U-turn, aren't I? Could I just Fire Gem Overheat? Then I don't have to risk the crit. Because, so, Sneasler gets Latias. Primarina comes in on Latias, Encores the Latias. We're gonna have to teach you Draining Kiss, I think. Just so I can stay healthy. It's crazy that I dropped Draining Kiss just to just to teach it again. But yeah, if we encore into Aurasphere, there's a chance we can go. Well, no, I think the plan is we just have to um chip this down with Encore and Draining Kiss, and then slow flip turn to Gourgeist and have Gourgeist finish this off with a Shadow Sneak. Because full HP Gourgeist brings in Hoopa. And then we go Hydreigon. U-turn to Gourgeist. Well, I guess... it's Aurasphere. I don't have to go Lopunny though. If I go Golly... Galleon on Aurasphere very likely only gets Psychic move, and then I could U-turn. If I do Galleon sub Lopunny, is there ever a world where I can do Kecleon? Because I thought I would have to do Greninja for the Metagross, but Turtonator just does it. Assuming I can kill this with a pivot move. Gourgeist very rarely gets Metagross in. Like, I can even take a hit or two. I mean, not really, right? Not really. But, much more likely to be you. And worst case, you only have to take one Hyperspace Fury. We just go Citrus on you. U-turn breaks the Sash. Aurasphere into you. And then I can just go back to you. The issue... if I do Kecleon over Lopunny, is how do I do the Zoroark? Because I don't think Kecleon does it. I mean, Sneasler can do it, but I'm risking Night Days drop, accuracy drop. If I could get Kecleon for free, somehow. Is you take the Dark Gem Night Days, whatever, get Aurasphere. mean, I have to get some chip here. I mean, like, I could just kill it, I think. Well, I don't know. I probably did too much damage, right? That's like 65% plus 10%, 20%, 30%. It's enough. Random move Latias isn't bad because Prim takes everything. Prim totally walls that thing. Literally the only risk is Night Days drop, I think. And then of course, it's random move Latios, which means potentially Prim has to, yeah, it would have to be Prim that takes it. And then Prim is potentially lower HP. You're not taking a hit from this though. This would be Night Days, or Spear into you. But then Kecleon is only here to steal the Hoopa leftovers and stall it out. Because Latios is fine, like, Prim can take a hit. Kind of. It's not great. I mean, I could be Citrus Berry. And it's probably fine. And then we stall it out. I could even... I don't know if Draining Kiss... Does it heal if you're hitting a substitute? 1/4 of its maximum HP inputs into a substitute can be used to transfer until substitute broken. Shields with your status effects on the base moves. Still take normal damage. Status: if it breaks during a multi-hit attack, the user will take damage from the remaining hits. If a substitute is created while the user is trapped by a binding move, the binding effect ends immediately. Well, I mean, I could just teach you life do instead of Draining Kiss. That way, once the Hoopa is fully stalled, if Prim took a hit from the Latios, I can just life do up on the Hoopa while you only have subs left. Because it's you, Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, repeat until you're out. I guess there's still the risk that, like, because Shadow Ball and Aura Sphere is the moves that are going first. It's 15 Shadow Balls, 20 Aura Spheres. Let me double check that actually. If I can pull this off, this is kind of crazy. But I don't know how risky it is, like, if it's better to just send what I have. Like, the accuracy drop on Sneasler is very sketchy. You're just always slower. Because you're plus speed, right? If I scaled speed, you'd be faster. but I only have one scale to use. And the other issue is like, yeah, I have skill swap on Zam, but with this lineup, I don't have a normal type to take the Shadow Balls. If I had like a... No, Pyro would never be able to actually do the Metagross. It has to be Turtonator that does the Metagross. If I could, like, if I could fit, if Lopunny did the Tapu Lele, but there's no way. And sending the Kecleon at the Tapu Lele doesn't work either. The good thing is the Zam does the Zoroark. I still need a Ghost type. Or something that takes Boom. I have like nothing that takes Boom that's not a Ghost type. Like 125 attack. Yeah, no, it has to be Gourgeist. And the Hydreigon does so much. Prim does so much. If I had, well... If I had a normal Fairy type... But how many normal types do I even have? 4? Lopunny, Kecleon, Raptor, Castform. Yeah, Lopunny is the other contender for the normal type. But I don't know. It would have to be like... Lopunny over Prim, but then how do I do the Latias? You're just barely slower because I'm minus defense nature. If I was faster, I could do like Kecleon Sack. Sucker Punch does a lot. This is Black Glasses. Does Fake Out Sucker Punch Shadow Sneak kill? I mean, what else is Prim doing? It's just this? No, but I need a Fairy type for this. Yeah, no, I can't drop him. And of course I need my designated Metagross counter. And then... Yeah. I mean, like, it works. Honestly, well, no, because you're gonna run out of Aura Sphere before Hyperspace Full, right? How much is Hyperspace Full? Only 8, I think. Let me check. But I think the way that it goes is you usually run out of Hyperspace Full last, so it's just Hydreigon in. Yeah, so it's 8. Eight hole. 15 Shadow Ball. 20 Aura Sphere. So say Hydreigon kills this. This means we're already getting an Aura Sphere. I mean, it has to be a Hydreigon that kills it, right? One Aura Sphere. One Shadow Ball. 2 Aura Sphere, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So you're gonna go to 15 Aura Sphere, 15 Shadow Ball, and then it's 16 Aura Sphere, and then it's gonna be Hyperspace Hole or Substitute. You probably Substitute on Kecleon once. That just the way that it works. And then we go Hydreigon. You run out of Shadow Ball first. So we go. Yeah, it's 15 Aura Sphere, 15 Shadow Ball, 16 Aura Sphere, and that's Hyperspace Hole or Substitute. And then Aura Sphere 17, 2 Hole, 18, 3, 19, 4, 25. Then you're out of Shadow Ball, out of Aura Sphere. It's only Hyperspace Hole or Substitute. Probably what we do is just Aura Sphere until you're out of Hyperspace Hole. Go Prim, Life Dew if needed. There's a chance I don't even need to. There's a chance I just stay in an Aura Sphere until you run out of Hyperspace Hole. I only need to get 3, you have 10 subs, or 9 left. And then we go Kecleon. We scale roleplay so that we can steal the leftovers. I think we're just like always risking crit. Brick Break probably does it, huh? Yeah, Fake Out Brick Break does it. If I wanted to risk crit on Kecleon instead of accuracy drop into miss, but I think accuracy drop into miss is just less likely. This is 30%, and then times 0.75. If I go -1, I have a 75% chance to hit. It'd be 0.3 I definitely do not fake out. For sure, I do not fake out. I just close combat. Um, yeah. I mean, like, and then if we don't get accuracy dropped, it's just fine. And we can come in on an Aura Sphere just fine. Aura Sphere 9 days. And then go Prim here. Probably go Citrus with Life Dew over Icy Wind. We stall this thing out until you're out of Dracos. Hydreigon kills. We do the thing. Eventually it's just that. Prim clicks Life Dew a couple times. And then we go Kecleon. And then we roleplay. We roleplay and then we steal the thing. Next up is this. You kill, you bring in this. It's probably random move. We encore, do whatever. We can probably just Moonblast flip turn. Well, we're gonna be Citrus, right? I mean, if I want to chip this with slow flip turn, I just go Hydreigon, right? And then I go back to Prim, and then I can even chip it that way. If I land Calm Mind on the Encore, then Gourgeist can just kill this. Maybe I go Spell Tag on you so that Shadow Sneak does more damage. That also guarantees that Poltergeist kills on the first turn if you ever Calm Minds. And then we do that, you do this, you flip turn, or sorry, U-turn twice. Just go back to you, U-turn. Kill this with U-turn means it's only Metagross left. Terminator is Shell Armor. And a Shell Armor. Fire Gem Overheat always kills. I do have a Fire Gem, right? Let me look. I swear I saw Squirt use a Fire Gem in this fight. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna do it. If I can, I really thought I wouldn't be able to pull off the heist, but if I can do it, I think it's absolutely worth it. Yeah. So, Life Orb Sneasler. We're just gonna bring everything to 85, I think. Spell Tag Gourgeist. Sorry, I'm doing things in the calc rather than on stream. We're gonna be Citrus Hydreigon. We're gonna be Citrus with Life Dew TM on Prim. We're gonna be Fire Gem. Level 85 on Turtonator. And then Kecleon needs roleplay. Actually, let me check something. I forgot what the I need a move that's not a move I can click on the Hoopa. Essentially. Feint attack.
And on the final turn.
Yeah, it seems like Feint attack is a play. What do I drop on you? It's not fake out. It could be sucker punch, but I don't think it is. Because I need 2 slots for feint attack and role play. I think it's always drop ice punch for feint attack. We're gonna go. You have to be no item, right? Yeah. No item Kecleon, so I can actually steal it. But it's feint attack and is it Sucker Punch? Who else do I have Sucker Punch on? Like, nothing, right? I have Sucker Punch on Lycanroc. I have Sucker Punch on Golisopod. Yeah, no, we're keeping Sucker Punch on you. I think I've clicked knock off much less than Sucker Punch. So we're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna do fake out Sucker Punch, roleplay, feint attack. Okay, so it's Sneasler lead with a life board. It's Gorgeist. The GOAT. This Gorgeist has been so good. And he will continue to pop off for many more splits to come. Hydreigon. Primarina. Turtonator. And Kecleon. First things first, you need the life board. We're gonna level, actually first, we're gonna level everything. Next, you need the spell tag. You don't need it, but we're gonna go for it. I was just thinking about the Hoopaz Magician. I'm just gonna go Citrus on you. Because the worst, yeah. I don't wanna I don't wanna accidentally lose an important item to the Hoopa Unbounds, which is why you're just Citrus Berry. Nothing else is taking a hit because you bait Aura Sphere back into you, and then it's Psychic move or Dark type move back into you, and then you turn kill. Yeah, we're gonna go Citrus on you. You need Life Dew. We're gonna use our Fire Gem on you, and you are no item. We need to teach a couple moves as well. So, actually, let me write this down. So this will actually take a little while. Tate and Liza. Lord Sneasler. Spell tag Gorgeist. Citrus Hydreigon. Citrus Prim. Teach Life Do. Fire Gem Curtinator. And then no item Kecleon. Teach Feint Attack and Roleplay. Lead Sneasler. Knock Off as Future Sight. Switch to Gorgeist on Boom. Zoroark comes out. Switch to Hydreigon on what's the move? Night Days? Yeah, Night Days. Switch to Sneasler on Aura Sphere. KO with CC. Latios comes out. Because even base form Latios is always faster. The same speed. And you see fast kill on Sneasler. Switch to Prim on random move. Pivot between Prim and Hydreigon until out of Draco Meteor. Dark Pulse X2 TKO. Hoopa comes out. Fully stall with Gorgeist and Kecleon. Well, with Gorgeist, Kecleon, and Hydreigon until only Hole is left. Aura Sphere until only Sub is left. Switch to Prim and Life Dew if needed. Switch to Kecleon and Roll Play plus Feint Attack to steal the lefties. And that is Tate down. And then it's Liza. Poison, jab to KO. Latias comes out. Switch to Prim and Encore. Chip away as needed. I mean, it's like so sketchy because you could Mistville Fire, but does Mistville is 110, 21, 131, 98. That's not enough. Chip away as needed with Moon Blast and Flip Turn until Gorgeist can KO with Shadow Sneak. To be fair, if no, if I Encore Aura Sphere, I have to stand with Prim until you're below half, but if I can Encore Aura Sphere again, I can go Gorgeist and kill this, because then he's below half, switch A I can't trigger. Koopa Unbound comes out. Switch to Hydreigon and you turn back to Gorgeist. Repeat. Repeat, you turn to Turtonator as weak KO. Metagross comes out, overheats to KO. Is it always EQ on you? Oh my gosh, wait. There's a chance... Gosh, there's a chance Metagross rolls Zen Headbutt and flinches, and then we wipe. That's not gonna happen though. That's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. And we're dropping knockoff. All that's left to do is do it. Right, I have everything. Your Life Orb, you have Poison Jab knockoff, your Spell Tag, Shadow Sneak, Poltergeist, Citrus Berry, you have Life Dew, Fire Gem Overheat. Yep, let's do it. Which one does it matter which one I talk to? Just one more check because I'm paranoid. Life Orb, you have all the moves you need. Spell Tag, Citrus Berry, Fire Gem, no idea. Okay, we're gonna have to do a lot of counting. Let me actually, before I start, write down all the moves I need to count. It should just be Draco Meteor 8, and then I need to count all of the moves from Hoopa. So Hyperspace Hole is 8. Shadow Ball is 15. Aura Sphere is 20. And then Substitute is 10. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Knock off as future sight goes off. This always goes down to 1 HP because we had to go life orb so that this always goes down to 1 HP. Otherwise, there's a chance that we didn't, and it saw stealth rocks. Yeah. So now this is always explosion as we go to Gorgeist. I'm gonna count this as a Gorgeist frag. Next in is Zoroark. I'm not gonna try to pretend that's Koopa. We go to Hydreigon on always night days. Ideally, this doesn't crit. And we also need Hydreigon to take the future sight here. Dark Gem gets used. There's a little bit of risk here. Not here, but on the next turns. Okay, no crit. That's really good. That's really good. Okay. We go to Sneasler on always Aura Sphere. Ideally this doesn't crit, but doesn't make that big of a difference. Now this is a little bit of risk. This is always night days. It can accuracy drop. It's 30%, and then there's a, if we get accuracy drop, there's a chance that we miss. That is the risk. But we use close combat to kill this Zoroark. Don't do it. Gosh. I have to risk it, I think. I have to. Okay. Oh my gosh. That was... I think we're still fine because we didn't get crit. We take Life Orb chip, but it's 25, so we should always live after 2. We only need to take 1 more Life Orb chip. This is always Latios. It's these random move. It's totally fine that this is these random move. We switch to Primarina. We can't go Hydreigon because Draco Meteor kills Hydreigon. Ideally, this is just Draco Meteor. That makes things so much easier. It's only 1 in 3. Okay, that's fine. We have a Citrus Berry. We never died a crit. So now, we just pivot until this is out of Draco Meteors. So this will take a little while. D-Dance is fine. It doesn't matter. Always Draco Meteor. This has 8. That is 1 Draco Meteor used. There's 2 Draco Meteors used. It'll always run out of Draco Meteors before it runs out of Zen Headbutt or EQ. That is 3 Draco Meteors used. That is 4 used. That's 5 used. That is 6 used. That is 7 used. That is 8 Draco Meteors. We can now kill this with Hydro Gun. So we're just gonna Dark Pulse twice. No reason to Draco Meteor. Is there a reason to U-turn? No. Well, I'm slower. If I kill this with U-turn, could I ever make the Hoopa use Hyperspace Hole? No, right? Because Sneasler is too low. Prim gets Hyperspace Hole or Shadow Ball. Same with Turtonator. Kecleon gets Aura Sphere. Gourgeist gets Shadow Ball. I guess if I get Shadow Ball first, that means Shadow Ball, it'll be 15 Shadow Ball, 15 Aura Sphere, and then it'll be 1 Hyperspace Hole into Hydreigon, 16 Aura Sphere, 2 and 17, 3 and 18, 4 and 19, 5 and 20. But then that gets 6 Hyperspace Holes used instead of 5 by the time Hydreigon comes out. If I kill this with U-turn and go to Gourgeist. And that gives me a higher chance of it when it's stuck using Substitute or Hyperspace Hole. That means it has a higher chance of using up Hyperspace Hole so that Prim can heal up with Life Dew. So I think I'm gonna do that. It's slow U-turns, so we're never taking any damage here, even if these... Well, I think this U-turn should always kill, because we rolled high. Yeah, perfect. Okay, Frag for Hydreigon. And we're going to U-turn to Gourgeist. And now we have to count a bunch more times. There's also a chance it uses Substitute on Kathleen, which is one less Aura Sphere used, which gives me even more chances to get Hyperspace Hole right. So this should be one Shadow Ball. There are 15 Shadow Balls. Okay, that's one. We switch to you on either Aura Sphere or Substitute. Okay. One sub used, that already helps. Kecleon on Shadow Ball number 2. The Frisk animation, the fact that the Frisk animation goes off is gonna make this last so much longer. Every single time I switch him in. As one Aura Sphere used. It's 2 Shadow Ball, 1 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Is 3 Shadow Ball, 1 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Every time. 3 Shadow Ball, 2 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Four Shadow Ball, 2 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Four Shadow Ball, 3 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Five Shadow Ball, 3 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Five Shadow Ball, 4 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Six Shadow Ball, 4 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Six Shadow Ball, 5 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Seven Shadow Ball, 5 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Seven Shadow Ball, 6 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Eight Shadow Ball, 6 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Eight Shadow Ball, 7 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Nine Shadow Ball, 7 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Nine Shadow Ball, 8 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Ten Shadow Ball, 8 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Ten Shadow Ball, 9 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. 11 Shadow Ball, 9 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. $11 Shadow Ball, 10 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. $12 Shadow Ball, 10 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. $12 Shadow Ball, 11 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. $13 Shadow Ball, 11 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. $13 Shadow Ball, 12 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. $14 Shadow Ball, 12 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. $14 Shadow Ball, 13 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. And this should be Shadow Ball number 15. Okay, 15 Shadow Ball, 13 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. So now I believe this is Aura Sphere again. Yes, so I need to go back to Gorgeist. And then we're going to start baiting Hyperspace Hole now. There's 14 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. When we go to Hydreigon, as this should be out of Shadow Balls. Should be Hyperspace Hole now. Okay, there's one Hyperspace Hole. We go to you on always Aura Sphere. This is 1 Hyperspace Hole, 15 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Two Hyperspace Hole, 15 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Two Hyperspace Hole, 16 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Three Hyperspace Hole, 16 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Three Hyperspace Hole, 17 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. That's 4 Hyperspace Hole, 17 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Four Hyperspace Hole, 18 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Five Hyperspace Hole, 18 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. It's 5 Hyperspace Hole, 19 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. Six Hyperspace Hole, 19 Aura Sphere, 1 sub. This should be the last Aura Sphere. There's 20 Aura Spheres, 6 Hyperspace Hole, 1 sub. This should be number 7. Now we just need this to click Hyperspace Hole 1 time. A single time. That is 7 Hyperspace Hole. We're gonna click Aura Sphere. Just click Hyperspace Hole. Just do it. I've nine turns of sub. It still has 9 subs left. Okay. Okay, nice. Huge. Okay. All this has left is Substitute now. So we're gonna switch to Primary now. We need to heal up a bit because we took an EQ from the Latios, whatever. As Substitute number 2, we are going to click Life Dew. Substitute number 3. I think I'm gonna do it again. I think I'm gonna Life Dew again. I should be fine with Kecleon. A Life Dew again. Substitute number 4. Just go to full HP. Do I flip turn here? I mean, I don't think it makes a difference. Flip turn sometimes breaks the sub, so I think I do. That is substitute number 5. It only has 5 left. High roll breaks the sub. Okay, nice. Yeah, because we crit. We go to Kecleon here. So now we roleplay. Substitute number 6. Feint attack. Substitute number 7. This should break the sub. Feint attack again as you make a sub. This is substitute number 8. I think it should work even if the Hoopa struggles, because the Hoopa goes first. It should be fine. Can I not? No, I can't Sucker Punch because it still has substitutes left. Does Sucker Punch work on struggle? I think so. But I think it's better to just Feint attack, right? Probably? Let me think about this. That was substitute number 9. It has 1 left. This will be the last substitute. Is it gonna die to recoil? If I think it's gonna die to recoil, I should Sucker Punch. Because then it would die before I get the leftovers. Let me look. It looks like it's at 30%. I think that's pretty safe to say that it's at around 30%. So it shouldn't die to recoil, so I should be fine to Feint attack. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna trust it in a Feint attack. Okay. Okay. We successfully pulled off the heist. They should get the kill the Hoopa, get the leftovers. Now there's a little bit of friction we have to dodge on Liza. But that is huge that we pulled that off. There's just it's just a little bit of friction. Anyways, Sneasler, because Sneasler is the GOAT, always kills this Tapu Lele. We never die to Life Orb recoil. we live on 13 HP. Poison Jab always kills. This is always Latiasin for fast kill. We don't really care what it goes for. Prim full walls set this Latias has. Switch to Primarina. I mean, ideally it's Dragon Pulse. And it's not a big deal. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna click Encore here because there's a chance this Calm Minds. If it Calm Minds, we just go to Gourgeist and KO with Poltergeist. I actually prefer for this to Calm Minds. That makes things easier. Okay. We don't go to Gourgeist yet because we need to not trigger Switch AI. However, we're always free to Moonblast here. That was turn 1 of Encore. This is turn 2 of Encore. We just Moonblast and flip turn, and this should always bring it below half. No, we don't flip turn. We don't flip turn. Because Shadow Sneak doesn't do 50% unless, yeah. Okay. What should I do? That looks really close. Like it maybe could be half. I'm gonna Life do, I think, and then just click Encore. No, you never Calm Minds because I show kill, right? If I slow flip turn now, I can probably get Dragon Pulse back into you, and then it's probably just chip you with flip turn, right? Yeah. I think that's what we do. We just chip this with slow flip turn until we can eventually kill with Gourgeist Shadow Sneak. But we do need to Encore because it can go for Mystical Fire on Primarina. So we're gonna slow flip turn to Hydreigon. Encore should end because that was turn 3 of Encore. Hydreigon should get always exactly. I guess it can beat Aura Sphere. Maybe I should have gone Turtonator actually. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Can I flip turn this again? How much? I mean, obviously, I can. You're like 42. Flip turn does 8%. Shadow Sneak does 38. Yeah. Yeah, we just flip turn, slow flip turn, and Shadow Sneak should kill. Yeah, Mystical Fire is fine. Yeah, that is definitely below 38%. Now we just go to you. We can hit this with the priority move because it's Levitate. It doesn't get affected by the psychic terrain. Shadow Sneak always kills with a held spell tag. And this brings in Hoopa Unbound. Hoopa Unbound sees either Hyperspace Fury or Expanding Force. We want to see Expanding Force and not Hyperspace Fury. But we do have a Citrus Berry on Hydreigon to help us out. So we're gonna switch a Hydreigon here. Ideally this is just expanding force. Okay. Again, we have Citrus Berry. Don't crit. Okay, 162. Yeah, this is only Aura Sphere. And we never died a Hyperspace Fury crit. Perfect. So we fast U-turn. Brings it down to Sash. This is always Aura Sphere, so we just go back to Gorgias. And we're baiting the exact same moves, so we can just go back to Hydreigon. Yeah, perfect. And now we kill this with U-turn. And here is the last small risk in this fight. We U-turn to Turtonator. All that's left is the Mega Metagross. The Metagross, in base form, without Tough Claws, with Clear Body instead, sees 7 overlapping rolls with Zen Headbutt and EQ. If it clicks Zen Headbutt, there is a chance that we flinch and we just wipe. We straight up wipe. This Metagross sweeps my entire team. But this was better. This is lower odds than, and it allows me to steal the leftovers. My other answer to the Metagross was my Greninja, who's hasty, but I would still have to scale speed to be able to outspeed the Metagross, and I'm still having to dodge crit, and I still wipe. So the odds of Turtonator living here is actually better, where Fire Gem, Overheat always kills. We need to see EQ, not Zen Headbutt. EQ? Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, we have it! We beat Tate and Liza. And stole the leftovers. Night Day's accuracy drop, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. And guess what? Well, first of all, let's heal everyone. But we get Urshifu now. Leftovers acquired. Oh my gosh. Wait, do I have to have an open slot in my party? Let's find out. I've been thinking about this nickname for a while. It doesn't really fit, but I think it does because we're like musical instruments and all that. And this guy is going to be the conductor. He's going to be the one that leads them. I think it's 3 guaranteed 31s. I don't... But nature really matters. Yeah, okay, minus speed. I mean, 31 speed, 31 attack is really good. This is just like, I'm gonna have to spend 3 scales, right? 22 HP is good, I guess. But that really sucks that I'm just gonna have to... I'm going to have to use 3 scales anyways, no matter what. Let's put this in the tracker. Actually, I don't know. Well, should I level you first so I see what type of Urshifu you are? When do you... at 50? I'm assuming the moveset is... well, it depends on the Urshifu you get, right? You always get close combat. Well, I mean... it looks pretty straightforward. It's just like close combat. If you get the dark one, it's close combat, sucker punch, wicked blow, and flex slot. And if it's the water one, it's close combat, aqua jet, surging strikes, flex slot. I could probably do Scary Face as the flex slot for now. I guess. Yeah, let's do Scary Face as a flex slot. And then it is level 50 that you evolve. Yeah. And if it has both feet on the ground, it's the dark one. If it has 1 foot up, it's the water one. I honestly don't know which one I prefer. I've never been here before, so... Okay, I think that's the dark one. I think that's creepy Urshifu. I think so. Well, actually, I don't, because the level cap is, what is it, 89? Is it? Yeah, the level cap is 89. So you have to candy for your guaranteed crit move in this split. I don't know what level I want you to be. Should I maybe just bring you to like... I don't know. Let me check. You are the dark one, right? Yeah, dark. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do, so I think I'm just gonna leave it there. We got the Urshifu single strike. Should be the dark type one. Unseen Fist. Relaxed nature, unfortunately. 22, 31, 10. 31, 2, 31. I mean, I guess the next thing to do would be Magma Hideout, but I think I'm gonna call it there. We got our Shifu, we beat Tate and Liza. I think that's pretty good. And we got the leftovers. Which should just be a scanner item. Like, I think you can turn it into a scanner item. Actually, let's check. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. Well, I will call it there. Maybe be probably back. Maybe not tomorrow. We'll see. No, I'm working tomorrow. Whenever I come back next, and we'll do the Space Center. But thanks for tuning in. Catch you all later.